actually, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, I attended one of her Reimagine Your Self retreats. That's hard to say, but it was lovely. She's lovely. I always say the bubble of joy, so I'll say that, the bubble of joy. And for everything else, please find her at ColleenVanderzyden.com. Without further ado, Colleen.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure to be here today. I can tell we have really good energy going, and I'm seeing lots of people out there I know. So it's really nice that you're here with me today. So today is going to be a little interesting. So I know this brief story to start with is I knew I was going to talk about here. And I sat down to get my thoughts organized, and it didn't work. And I'm trying and trying to get it to work, and it didn't work. And I'm like, uh-oh, you start to get that little moment of panic. You know how it goes when you're trying to do something that's just not working. So that lasted quite a while, like a long time. And 11 o'clock that night, I thought, what am I doing? What is happening right now? And I realized I had forgotten to trust that the answer was going to come, because the answer always comes. And I had earlier said to somebody that very day, my goal is to live in ultimate trust. And so at 11 o'clock, I'm like, I forgot to trust. 4 seconds later, I had the answer. Literally 4 seconds later, and I thought, geez, you would think by now I would remember how important it is to trust. But I thought I'd share that story with you because life has a way of making us relearn things we thought we already knew. Okay, so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to tell you a story about yourself. I'm going to tell you a story about why you're alive today at this very time, in this historical time. But first, I want to talk about how we're living in a crazy time. Have you noticed this? It is insane out there. It is craziness. We've got so much fear and uncertainty happening out there. We're seeing extreme negativity, and we're seeing controlling, angry, hateful people saying and doing all sorts of things that we ourselves would never consider doing or even find acceptable in any way whatsoever. We're seeing a lot of criticism and bullying. Many people are feeling scared and threatened as we hear about racist behaviors and attacks on certain groups of people here in the United States and throughout the world. Not only is the world's energy full of fear and turmoil, I'm repeatedly hearing from people who are saying their own lives seem to be more chaotic and unpleasant and out of control as well. People are finding they have a limited tolerance for things they used to do. Have you found that out? You know how we used to multitask? Not anymore. Can't do it anymore. It's craziness. People are having sleep issues. We're having all sorts of things. We have a low tolerance for negativity, lower than normal. Okay, and we have a low tolerance for things that just aren't grabbing us anymore, that they're just not as important as they used to be. People tell me they're feeling on edge, scanning the horizon for the next problem. What's going to go wrong now? And people also are mentioning this extreme emotional roller coaster they feel that they're on. 1 minute they feel amazing, the next second they feel horrible. 1 minute they have great energy and feel very motivated, and the next second they just want to lie down on the couch and never move again. Some people have even said, I've heard all sorts of things, and some of these I've said to myself, that we just want to run away and hide and not talk to anybody. Right? We just want to go in our own little cocoon and not be bothered by people. And side note here, what's happening there when we feel like that is our soul is trying to protect our energy. Okay, so we don't know necessarily that's what's happening, but that's what's happening. So if you've been feeling like that, it's okay. Okay, your soul is just trying to protect you. People are telling me they're feeling lost, and they say things, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to help. I don't know how to make things better. And it seems that whatever we try to do doesn't work anyway, so why bother? No point in even trying, right? And we might even think that things are hopeless, and we don't matter, because we can't change anything. The uncertainty is overwhelming, and people really just want someone to tell them what's next and what to do. This is what I hear a lot, and I'm sure a lot of the mediums are hearing the same thing, even though that's not the point of a mediumship reading. We get a lot of, what am I supposed to do now? Tell me what to do. You know exactly what I should do, and I'm thinking, how do I know what you should do? Listen to yourself, I don't know, So it's kind of interesting, but I understand their need and their want for that guidance. So we are in this time of an intense transformational energy where we think, many of us think, where the darkness seems to be getting stronger. And with all that chaos that's around us, we might be wondering, who is going to save us? Who is going to fix this? And I can tell you, it's not the government, it's not a foundation, it's not a business. And this is where my story begins about you and why you're alive at this very time. So for this scenario, before I tell my story, I need you to think about some ideas that may be foreign to some of you, or maybe not, I don't know. But I need you to consider the idea that as a soul, we get to decide if we want to be a human on this earth. So let's have the premise that we all have souls, and we have our power in our soul to decide what we're going to do. The second thing I need you to consider is the idea that there is a place, a dimension where all souls live. Okay, I'll use live in quotes. Okay, a place where our souls come from and where we return to after our physical bodies pass and we go back to the other side. We can call it heaven, we can call it universal energy, we can call it the divine energy, whatever you want to call that energy. So I need you to have those two things in your mind so that you can understand the story that popped into my head when I decided to get out of my way. Okay, so, and I have to tell you, I literally got up, went to the bathroom, because there's paper there, and wrote stuff down, okay, in the middle of the night. So this is an important story. So I want you to imagine the time years ago before you came to earth in a physical body, this physical body you are currently in. You're a soul in heaven, and you're in the space maybe between lives. You're just hanging out, having a good time with your family and friends, just enjoying everything up there. It's beautiful, great, you're peaceful, you feel wonderful. You're enjoying the amazing energy of being a part of heaven, of being a part of that divine energy, which you are. And one day, if there's a day in heaven, I'm not sure, the coordinator of human lives makes an announcement. Okay, now I made that up, right? The coordinator of human lives. I really don't know if there's one or not, but it popped into my head, so maybe there is. So, this coordinator of human lives makes an announcement and says, Earth is soon going to experience a very special time, an awakening where people realize there is more to life than their physical existence. For so long, they've been focused on their physical successes, their failures, their fears, and particularly the separateness they feel from us here in heaven, the separateness they feel from each other, and even feeling separate from themselves, unsure of who they really are. History shows whole segments of populations trying to control and suppress others, and trying to solve conflicts or show their power by killing others. It's time we change this. The coordinator of human lives continues with, we've let them do their thing, and it hasn't really worked out the way we thought it would. So we are going to start making some changes. We are going to create a mass consciousness shift that is going to awaken people to a new understanding. The understanding of the energetic connection between everyone and everything. The understanding that they are part of the oneness, one with our energy here in heaven, the energy that is all one with the earth and all of the beings that are there. This is also a remembering. They have forgotten who they really are. In this consciousness shift and the oneness, they will live from love. They'll be kind to each other. They'll take care of each other. It is a vibrational shift where they truly live in the light, just like how we do here in heaven, in this divine energy. The coordinator of human lives continues his announcement with, We are looking for souls who want to help spread this love and light. It's not going to be easy. There's a lot of darkness down there, but there's also lots of light, and our courageous volunteers will help increase it. He pauses and waits as you all volunteer. You, every one of you, are one of these courageous souls who volunteered to help. This is me going off topic for a second. Somebody just went, oh, don't worry, I'll explain it. It's okay, you'll be okay. So, before you came to this physical life years ago, you were excited to come here and spread that love and light. You knew you could do it. In the space of heaven, the universal energy, you are powerful, you are brave, you are courageous, you are strong. Nothing is in your way. And you're thinking it's going to be the same way on earth, right? That you'll take that energy with you and everything will work nice and easy, just as it should, no problem. And as you were getting ready to come into this physical body, the coordinator of human lives says, wait, just a sec, wait. And he tried to give you a heads up about what to expect. And he says, you're feeling good now, but Earth is different. You won't feel as powerful and as limitless as you do here. Let me remind you again, it's not going to be easy. You're not listening. It's not going to be easy. First, when you get there, you're going to be a baby. You won't be able to say anything, do anything, or talk. And then when you can talk, you can do stuff, you'll have forgotten everything we've talked about. Totally gone, out of your mind. But don't worry. Situations in your life will lead you back to your soul and your light. And you'll start remembering. It won't be totally clear, but you'll be led to what you need to know. And this is really important, he continued. Not only are you going to be dealing with the darkness of the world, if that's not enough, you are also going to be dealing with your own inner darkness, your fears. I know that seems impossible because we don't have fear here in heaven in this amazing energy, but Earth's energy is different. It can be heavier and darker. Yes, there is light, but the balance is off. You will have to be intentional about overcoming your fears to the best of your abilities. You don't have to be perfect. All you have to do is your best. You will have some life situations that will be very challenging. You'll have losses of people or relationships that rock you, and you wonder if you'll be able to survive. You might have a strong inner critic that tells you you're not lovable or worthy enough to live a joyful, loving life. You may have some horrible, critical people that try to control you, telling you who to be and what you're capable of. And they may try to bring you down and squash you and take away your power and take away your peace and joy. Remember this, he emphasized. There will also come a time where you realize you have to decide if you want to live as your best self, as your soul. Human life can be difficult. And if you want to let go of the pain, if you want to let go of the fear, if you're willing to be courageous and take the risk to live life the way you want to, you'll have to decide if you want to live as a loving being and if you want to make a difference. You might feel like there's something more in your life, as though something is missing, and you might experience a calling to help others and to be your true self. And this is a call from your soul, reminding you to get back to your truth and your purpose in helping increase the light and accelerate the consciousness shift. And here's the fun part. Simply by doing your best to live in the love and light, you're helping increase the light and raise the vibration. Your energy alone is changing the world. And if you want to directly help others, you can. If you simply want to live in the love and the light and enjoy your life, you can. That also makes a difference. And one last thing before I set you on your way, I am going to give you a special spark of light. Everyone has that spark, but it sometimes gets covered up by life's challenges. And we get so caught up in the busyness of life, the things that go wrong, our fears, our worries, and we can feel disconnected from our spark. But your spark will get stronger and stronger with each problem you experience when you make a deliberate, intentional choice to return to your soul's light, to live and be in that light. And he finally finishes with, have fun, and I'll see you when you get back. In the meantime, listen to your soul. The answers are all there. As you were born into this life a few years ago, you said to yourself, I've got this no problem. And here we are today, years later, and maybe you remember this, and maybe you don't. Maybe you have an inkling, or you just a feeling that there has to be something you can do, something to make a difference here, something important for you. You all of you, know each other at the soul level. You are all connected to each other in that energy of oneness. You are one with the divine, universal, heavenly energy. That energy is you. That is you, your soul. All of you, every one of you, can I emphasize that enough? Volunteered to come here to this physical earth at this time to help. This is not a big, heavy responsibility, because it kind of sounds like it, doesn't it? But it is not. It's an opportunity, an invitation to live and be your soul's light. Living your most joyful, peaceful, amazing life. You are alive now in this extraordinary time, in this unprecedented time in history, because you have a special soul purpose to share your light. I'm quite sure before I came here, the coordinator of Human Lives told me that I would be reminding you of this at this very point in our lives, to help reclaim your light and spread that consciousness of the higher vibration of love and light. To recognize that all of us, all humans, all beings are worthy and deserve to live the life they dream of. That every person deserves love, caring, and kindness. And that does include how you treat yourselves. So, people always say to me, how do you live in the soul's light? Like, what do you do? My husband likes to joke that I have 3 steps for everything. And I don't know if this is 3 steps. You can tell me later if it is. Okay. First, we just have a little understanding we have to know first. What is the soul? What is our soul? Right? It is a part of the divine universal energy, but your soul is love, peace, joy, kindness, caring. That's who you really are. That is your truth. This, I believe 1,000,000%, if there is such a thing. I believe that. You are not the lies your inner critic says you are. You are not who controlling, judgmental, critical people say you are. You are not who society says you are. Now, unless they say really nice things about you, then okay, we'll take that. Okay, so that's all good, right? But really, who you are is this beautiful, beautiful soul of love and light. You are amazing. When you pause and connect with your soul, a simple breath, connect with your soul, breathing in your amazingness, owning it, accepting it, you reclaim your power and your light. Your deep soul purpose of light gets stronger and brighter. To listen to your soul, I do have a technique for you. Before you make decisions, check in with yourself. It sounds so obvious, right? But the simplest things are the most profound, because how many of us do not check in with ourselves? Pretty much a lot of us, right? So we check in with ourselves and we say, what does my soul want me to do? What is the best response? So we pause, we breathe, and check in with your soul. For the last couple years, I have been teaching this concept of pause, breathe, choose. And my radio show people on my Facebook Live have started repeating it back to me, so it is sinking in. It is so helpful, and it's so simple. Pause, breathe, choose, right? So what happens is we notice if we have to make a decision, we're upset about something, whatever it is, as soon as we notice how we're feeling, we decide to pause. As soon as we do this, we are in our power. We have taken our power back from our out-of-control mind, our out-of-control emotions. We're back. Okay, we take it back and we pause. In the breath, we get back in our body and out of our head, because our problems come in here most of the time, right? Overthinking, worrying, whatever it is. And then we make a deliberate choice. What's next? In this case, to listen to your soul and get the answers, pause, breathe, check in with your soul. What does it want you to do? Your soul will always choose a response from love and light. It will never, never, never choose a response from the lower energies of judgment, control, manipulation, vengeance, bullying, hatred, fear. Fill in whatever words you want to add to that list, right? It will never choose a response from that. Your soul could be choosing kindness when you're irritated. Your soul could be choosing to let love guide every decision. Pick one, play with it, see what happens. Your soul could be choosing to let go of whatever is blocking you from your best life, which is frequently limiting or disempowering beliefs that we have about ourselves. It could be saying no and not helping someone who doesn't want or need your help. It could be letting other people be responsible for themselves and not rushing in, dropping everything, sacrificing yourself to save or fix them. It could be letting go of expecting other people to behave differently. It could be letting go of expecting yourself to be perfect. It could be choosing to prioritize yourself and what you want out of life. And this never means that we don't care about other people. It never means we're being selfish. I was just talking to one of my friends/clients the other day about this. It means we honor what we want and need, and we don't sacrifice ourselves or our energy for things that aren't worth our time. We care for others very deeply because we do. All of you care for others deeply because you are the love, you are the light. But we don't have to fix or carry other people's stuff, especially if they should be doing it themselves. It could mean your soul chooses forgiveness and letting go of the anger and resentment that stops you from living the life you want, the joyful, peaceful life you want. This doesn't mean you become a doormat and let people walk all over you, continue to attack, criticize, or abuse you. The most loving response for yourself may be to say no, or maybe the most loving response is to speak your truth. Only your soul knows what the right response is. When you live from your soul's light, you will experience more peace, joy, love, and gratitude. Choose to be the light. Free will, you have it. Choose it. Choose to live in the love and the truth of your soul, who you really are. Don't let your humanness get in the way. I like to joke that I want a t-shirt that says, my humanness is in my way, but that's kind of affirming it. So maybe it should be, I let go of my humanness, at least the parts that are in my way. You have an opportunity, a beautiful, wonderful opportunity to help raise the vibration of the world and shift our collective consciousness to love and light, where everyone realizes they are a part of that universal energy, that we are all one, the same energy that is the divine universal energy. I like to envision it as one spark of light touching other sparks of light, going out and extending beyond. And eventually we create a tsunami of love, one individual at a time. You are alive today because you chose to be here at this very time. I know you're thinking, whoa, what was I thinking? But here we are, right? You are here because you chose it. You volunteered to be here in this extraordinary time. You are so courageous. You are so loving. You and your energy and your soul, you matter. You are making a difference, one moment at a time. Remember who you really are and intentionally choose the light. Thank you so much for allowing me to speak today.
Such beautiful words. You need to get up at 11